The fact that it is right in the center, which I think that devalues your property one way or the other. So we are dealing with the evaluation of our property, radiation. Flo had erected a tower in our community. I know that the tower is already up, but we have been trying to go through the correct channels to have our voice heard, but to no avail. So we as a resident, because we have no other way out, we decided to just block the road to get somebody to listen to us at least, because we are concerned about this radiation. We're old. They have a lot of old people. It's a residential area, return resident. We have grandchildren visiting, grandchildren who lived here, and the fact that it is right in the center, which I think that devalues your property one way or the other. So we are dealing with the evaluation of our property, radiation, and we were misled, by Mr. Anthony Jones, because he informed the person that a pole was going to be put up on his building for the resident to get better service, right? And this is not a pole, this is a cell tower. This is a 200 feet cell tower, right? He had approached the older persons who are not aware of all the technologies and what does what and all of that. So those were the person who he had approached. I am living right across. My house is right across from the cell tower, and I was not approached. I was not informed about anything. So we are very, very concerned, and we want NEPA, Parish Council, all the necessary persons to do what they can do to have this thing removed from our area. We have been putting our concern out from June, and that is before the tower was even approved. And we were told that we have to get a petition signed up. We did that. We spoke to Parish Council, we spoke to NEPA, and after they get all the information that they need, it's like they just throw us aside. No one wants to talk to us after that. Mr. Nelson, and I'm calling out Mr. Nelson, Miguel Nelson at NEPA, because I spoke to him directly, sent him all the information. He said he would have talked to the relevant person and get back to me. I have tried on several occasions to reach back out to him. No return call, anything at all.
Well, the man who's starting there now, across there, he came to my gate one Sunday. He says they're going to put up a pole onto that building to improve the internet service. Then the next thing I know is a cell tower going up. And they work night and day to put it up, as though they were in a hurry. And I don't really want it there. I am concerned about my health with the radiation from the thing.
Subsequent to a stop order that was issued by the Municipal Corporation, the company still continue with the construction of the site. So the people are here today expressing their outrage, given the fact that Flo would continue to build this cell site after being issued a stop order. The Municipal Corporation is saying something different from what I heard from NEPA. The Roads and Works Department is saying something different from the Planning Department. So there's a lot of confusion. So we really want to know exactly what is the situation.
There are so many things of concern. Because I remember when this application came to the council and questions were asked by myself as the council for the area, I was told that NEPA gave the approval for the cell tower. The only final approval that we gave was for the erection of the base, which was done. When I raised a question and asked about the whole consultation process before the tower was given the approval, we were told at the meeting that the consultation was done by Flo, which is by law. That's how it's supposed to go, which I have concern about. But since they say it's law, I allow it. Just yesterday at meeting, it came up and was discussed for 2.5 hours again about it. I raised the concern and said the way in which the consultation was done the citizens are saying it's not correct. They are saying that's what the persons who sign off on the consultation letter are not from the area. I asked them to do a next letter with the person objecting to it. The council reported yesterday that they get a next letter with only 3 signatures on it. So the council said they cannot work on that letter with 3 signatures. They have to go after the first one. So that's where it is. But what I'm hearing this morning now is that the head of NEPA is saying that they did not give approval. And now the council is saying the head of NEPA give approval to them because NEPA is the sole authority to give the approval for a cell tower. So there are conflicting reports.
So isn't there some rule relating to how close a cell tower can be built to a residential?
Well, I asked the question yesterday, and nobody can give any documentation to say, okay, a cell tower cannot build here or cannot build there. What they are saying that the planner, director of planning is saying is that as long as consultation is done with the citizen within the area and they agree, that's it. So I would like to see if there's a procedure to say how far from residential area or how far from couple houses a cell tower can be erected. I'm not sure about that. The next step probably is to hear from Flo what Flo is saying. And if Flo come and say they did not give any approval, then probably the next thing is to remove it.
Ooh.
Well, that's up to the council.